Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at all 7 explorers that will be available when Scavengers launches. These explorers have unique abilities, unique weapons, and these explorers play a huge part in Scavengers. Now before we jump into this video, I just want to say that we don't know when the game is going to arrive. They have announced the game will be playable this month in March, but they haven't announced any dates on when the game is going to launch on PC and console. I just thought I'd clear that up because I know we're going to get loads of people in the comment section asking when this game is going to release, what platforms it's going to release on, and all we know so far is that the game is coming to PC, it's coming to consoles, and there's no further dates other than that. Just for the clarification, I am also suffering with you guys, so I feel your pain. I want to play this game right now, and it sucks that we still have to wait. But this month, the game will be playable, whether that's going to be an open beta on PC, a closed beta, it's something we're going to have to wait and see. But as always, I'll keep you guys updated. So there are currently 7 explorers you guys can choose from when the game does launch or when it goes into its open beta. Now, unfortunately, I didn't play the beta back in December, so if any of you guys know which explorers are the best explorers, which ones are the ones to look out for, be sure to leave it down below in the comment section. But let's jump straight into it with the first explorer being called Tarek. Now this explorer's talent is called the stun trap, and his weapon is called the long striker, which is quite a deadly sniper in this game. And apparently there are not many long range weapons to pick up off the floor in this game, so using this sniper is going to be deadly, and this character is definitely one to watch out for. Tarek is known to be the analytical type, which Mother greatly admires. Tarek's well prepared stun traps can leave enemies dazed, confused, and slow, players and AI alike. The stun traps trigger on enemy proximity, so tactical use of his ability lets Tarek not only lure unsuspecting opponents to their misfortune, but also it gives their team more than enough time to land a shot or two. So if you fall into Tarek's trap, you're going to probably be in big trouble, to be honest. And we can see here some art of Tarek in game. We can see his ability there and also his sniper as well. If we move over to Valora, I am really liking Valora right now. For some reason, Valora gives me Wraith vibes in Apex Legends. Do you guys think Valora looks similar to Wraith? Be sure to let me know down below. Who knows? They might have taken some inspiration from her. And her talent is called the Aegis Shield. I believe we saw this in the trailer, so I can actually show you guys this shield in action. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys gameplay from the other explorers. There's currently a filter on, which means I'll get copyright striked if I show you guys actual gameplay from the closed beta. And her weapon is called the Devastator. So Valora's a benefit to any team looking for extra backup. Sure, she may seem a little rough around the edges, but deep down, she's a protector at heart. Combining the Aegis Shield talent with her signature weapon, the Devastator, she keeps her team safe while firing devastating shots back at the enemy. So this shield, basically you deploy it, it's this massive dome similar to Gibby's in Apex Legends, but it slowly starts shrinking the more it's being absorbed. But the interesting thing is that when you're in the shield, you can shoot enemies inside the shield, whereas enemies can't shoot you when you're in the shield. The shield is stationary but absorbs incoming fire and also provides shelter from the cold, and very nifty skill to have when braving those blistery ice storms. Now I think Valora is going to be one of them players that every team needs to have, purely because this shield is going to come in clutch so many times, and when you're out in the open and you've got no cover around you, you can just use Valora's shield. I feel like she's going to be a huge team player, and I can't wait to try out Valora. But the next one we have is called Howden. Howden's talent is going to be a creative aura, and his weapon is going to be called the Strike Rifle. Don't be fooled by Howden's laid-back charm and easygoing manners. He takes his work very seriously. With his potent creative abilities, it's no wonder why he's a valuable asset to any team. His extremely helpful creative aura will bring his team's health back from the brink, which can be particularly helpful if healing supplies are low. I think I saw this in a trailer. So basically you throw out this giant green circle, and any teammates that are in that green circle will also heal up at the same time with you. So this is going to be yet again another very crucial explorer, and if you're the type of teammate that likes to support your teams, you like to be that medic, then Howden is probably your go-to option, purely because he has that ability to heal you and your teammates up all at the same time, which is very helpful. As we can see here, it says if any members of his team have been downed, his talent will also instantly revive them, a truly life-saving ability when the squad is in deep, icy water. A bonus consideration, if Valora is also on the team, the two can combine combine their talents, creating the perfect healing dome to get everyone quickly back on their feet. And the next one we have is called Letty. As we can see on there on the right hand side, we've got a picture of her there. Her talent is an EMP blast, similar to what we've seen in other games, so that's very self-explanatory. Her weapon is called Rosie. Now, here it says, armed with her reliable revolver, Rosie, Letty's the one to turn to when there's a need for a crowd control and some breathing space away from fast approaching wheels. Her EMP blast talent allows her to counter most enemy attacks by temporarily cancelling their abilities and knocking them away. This does a bit of damage as well and allows her teammates to recover and reposition before enemy strikes again. This is going to be good towards the late zones, and you know, when the ring is coming in, you have to get onto that ship towards the end of the game and there's just enemies all over your screen. So I can definitely see Letty playing a huge part in the meta here. Her talent also works beautifully on vehicles, which can be quite practical if taking them down is a concern, and there's pleasure in watching them being sent halfway into orbit. Either way, Letty is also ready to defend her team of explorers. Here we can see another bit of art of Letty in action. Move over to the next one, we've got Jay. The talent is Overshield and the special weapon is called Maverick. It says here, Jay is a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield, and teams in need of a frontline attacker look to him. Armed with the halberd Maverick, Jay is an expert in close combat. His overcharge ability allows him to fully recharge his shields even when they are broken, which sounds quite broken to be honest, it sounds overpowered. It also gives him additional shields which are one level higher than what he's already got crafted on activation. This makes it all the more difficult for him to be taken out easily. On top of that, killing enemies with a melee weapon while under the effects of Overshield makes him stronger and a lot more viable. So I feel like Jay is going to be the player you would pick if you're an aggressive player and you want to get in that close quarter engagements. Be sure to let me know which character you're going to main down below after watching this full video. I'll be really interested to hearing what you guys have to say on who your current favourite explorer is, based on the information we have. And our next one is called Callie. Her talent is active camo and her special weapon is called the Heart Seeker. Specializing in stealth, Callie knows how to get the job done by utilizing the element of surprise and leaving as silently as she arrived. Her silent killer weapon, better known as the Heart Seeker, lets her easily shoot with deadly accuracy. Her active camo grants her partial invisibility, allowing her to move around undetected and making her a great scout for silent recon. I'm guessing you'll be able to see Callie even though she's invisible quite well, because if they make her almost fully invisible, that would be quite overpowered. We'll have to see how invisible she's going to be when her ability is active, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how she's going to play. And the last bit of information we have on Callie is that she becomes invisible as soon as she attacks, so active camo is best used to sneak around or behind enemies and getting into the best position before going on the offense. She will also be revealed when she's taken enough damage, so opponents looking to expose her will keep a sharp eye out and direct their damage towards her. So if you are using Callie and your active camo has been activated, you want to try and avoid all sorts of bullet damage, or you're just going to get exposed out in the open. If Callie's armed with a melee weapon, she'll also be ready to strike down any threat as soon as her talent runs out. Now let's move over to Cruz here. Cruz's talent is called the Tailwind and his weapon is called the Cazador. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. The de facto leader of the explorers, Cruz knows how to take charge and guide his team to victory, usually where he leads, others follow. On missions, he uses Tailwind to get him and his team ahead of the game. I actually saw a little bit of gameplay of this. Basically, when you activate it, your character runs extremely fast, but not only your character does, but your teammates do as well. So if you need to get into the next ring, let's say the storm has caught up with you, this is a good ability to use when you're trying to rotate into the next ring. The temporary speed boost granted by his talent not only gives Cruz and nearby teammates a head start in data and resource collecting, but also gives him the chance to escape when overwhelmed in battle. Additionally, Cruz's signature weapon, Cazador, is the ideal match for Tailwind, as SMGs are close-range firearms. Using Tailwind enables Cruz to get in firing range engagements in no time at all. This is going to be the go-to explorer to use if you just want to play aggressive and you're naturally a very fast-paced player, because you can get all up close in them engagements with the SMG, and then when you need to escape, you could just activate that ability and run much faster than the other legends. So I'm looking forward to trying out Cruz. Be sure to let me know which is your favourite explorer currently, and which explorer you think you're going to main when Scavengers eventually launches. But nonetheless, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you all for watching this video. It's been very interesting jumping on, seeing the details and information on all of the explorers. My personal favourite has got to be Cruz because he can run fast, he can help his teammates run faster, and of course, he has that SMG for them really close range engagements. But nonetheless, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, I'll catch all of you guys out in another brand new video. Take care.